what would it be?
A human head and hands.
Do you have
I covered it with the towel.
Okay.
I didn't want him to see it. We didn't want him to run. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah.
The incident happened in Mesa, Colorado. Around 1:48 p.m. on March the 1st, 2021, local police received an emergency call from a panicked mother who reported a shocking discovery in her son's closet.
There is an emergency. I found something in my son's closet wrapped in a plastic bag.
Okay, what was it?
I think it's a human head.
It's a what?
I think it's a human head.
Why do you think it's that?
Because it looks like it. I saw an ear.
Is it bloody or does it like anything like that?
Can you just come? Do I have to take a picture and send it to you?
What's the address?
He's out by the car now, though.
Is the bag still in the closet?
No, it's in my kitchen sink. And there's a secondary bag that I have not opened. It's currently covered with a towel.
Where's Brian now?
I think he's still outside.
And you're in the backyard now?
I am, yes, because I don't want him to hear me.
The police quickly went to the woman's house and investigated the case.
What's going on, man?
The man in the middle of the picture is the suspect, named Brian Cohee.
Cooperate. I am going to cooperate.
Okay, so parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in your room?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
The suspect responded coldly when admitting to the police.
Well, I'm gonna have you face that way, put your hands on top of your head for me real quick. I just wanna make sure you interlace your fingers for me real quick, all right? I'm gonna have you walk over here. You're gonna sit in the back of my partner's patrol car for a minute, okay? Not yet. Okay. Can you walk me inside, please?
This woman is the one who reported to the police. Her mental condition was unstable.
Can I go in there and verify here
Oh,
first?
yeah, please. We haven't seen it. Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't. And she called me and said, get over here right now.
Brian Cohee's father led the police into the house to confirm whether the scary things were true or not.
I covered it with the towel.
Okay.
I didn't want him to see it. We didn't want him to run. I don't want to look at it.
Police also confirmed that the object in the plastic bag matched the woman's description.
Yeah. Just sit back there and hang out for me, okay? How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
But this time, Brian was still joking with the police. He used his wordplay to show that he was still a very cold-blooded and wanted the temperature in the police car to be lowered.
Well, no, actually, sorry.
So you prefer the cold? Okay, fantastic. All right. So hop in here. I know you're tall, so it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but like I said, I'll get that air on for you.
Sorry about that.
All right. All right, Brian. We're headed to the sheriff's office, and your family's gonna go with us, okay?
It's under this bridge.
On the way to the police station, suspect Brian suddenly told the police, right under this bridge. At this time, the police did not react to the statement. But during the later interrogation, Brian claimed that he had dumped the rest of the victim's body under the bridge that they had just crossed. And so, the police immediately came to search.
It's right here. Yeah. Because there's an arm. Hey. There's an arm, there's another arm. There's another one. This is like something out of TV.
Returning to the interrogation phase at the police station, the suspect's mother suddenly remembered. The night before, her son accidentally drove his car into the river, and she and her son called the police for help.
Hey, partner, you want to come out and talk to me real quick?
Sure, I mean,
Appreciate it, man.
I'm really cold. Is it okay if it's in here? Because
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I did not know that. No, please stay in the car. All right. Nobody else in the car.
Brian told police that he'd parked his car at the boat dock and accidentally backed into the river. During the conversation with the police, Brian smiled and appeared very comfortable. The police did not expect that the young man in front of them was on his way to dispose of the rest of the victim's body and accidentally drove into the river in the dark of night. But as soon as Brian returned home, the police quickly discovered something unusual.
Brian, are you okay? They see blood on the back bumper of the vehicle.
Really?
Yeah, did you get hurt?
No.
But you're not injured.
No, I'm not.
Although the police discovered blood in the trunk, Brian explained that he had previously attended a special effects training course, possibly because fake blood had been spilled in the trunk. The police that night believed this explanation, and so they had no further suspicions about Brian. Now, let's get back to Brian's interrogation room. He doesn't show any anxiety or fear like a normal person.
How did you get here?
I murdered someone.
Okay.
As soon as the interrogation began, Brian frankly admitted his crime. Normally, investigators must use a series of psychological techniques to break down the suspect's psychological barrier to obtain a confession. Brian's behavior is a typical response to a personality disorder. However, to have his sentence reduced due to mental illness, Brian also meets many other conditions.
To start back to the beginning and go slow and tell me as many details as you can remember.
So, because I mean, Murray going to jail for the 15 years probably.
I have no idea.
It's murder. I mean, I'm going to jail for 20. Yeah, it was the night of February 27th. It was a full moon. And I figured I can see so well, why not drive out? I am in a bad state of mind at that time. I have major depressive disorder, so and I just kept on stabbing his neck. It's okay if I do a demonstration.
Oh yeah.
This is him. I was strapped on top of him like this.
Okay.
And I couldn't fight back. It was actually spread.
It can be seen that Brian is very interested in recreating the crime scene. He couldn't wait to share his brutal behavior with the investigator. This is often characteristic of psychopathic personality disorders, with extreme self-centeredness and an excessive need for a sense of superiority. This leads them to see violent behavior as a way to demonstrate strength and superiority, making them feel proud of their criminal behavior. According to the court records, Brian has a long history of mental illness. He was diagnosed with depression, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, and autism, requiring long-term medication. He's also chose homeless people as targets because they often have little social contact and few familiar people. According to later information, the victim was Mr. Warren, 69 years old. Despite being homeless, he was different from Brian's expectations. He loved reading and had many friends in the community. Nearby neighbors said in later interviews, Warren stood in the same hallway day after day, feeding the birds and reading his favorite detective novels. He often refuses all forms of giving, not caring about money or food, but only interested in friendship. After Warren's accident, neighbors in the community kept the chair where he used to sit and read every day to remember him. In February 2023, during the trial, he pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder because he was mentally ill when committing the crime and should not be held criminally responsible. In Colorado, it's considered legally unusual to face murder charges. The lawyer must prove that the defendant cannot distinguish between right and wrong due to mental illness or psychological defect. During the trial, the prosecutor said that Brian had planned to kill people for months, especially homeless people, and tried to dispose of the victims' bodies to avoid responsibility. This shows that he clearly understands the consequences of his behavior. After 2 days of detailed deliberations, the jury found Brian guilty of first-degree murder. In the end, the judge sentenced Brian to life in prison without parole. The documentary about this case has caused heated debates after being made public in the US. The brutal act against the unknown target with no grudge, coupled with the cold and indifferent nature caused by a personality disorder, made viewers terrified, as if a real demon was present before them.
Thank you for watching all of my videos. Your interest and acceptance is the big thing that makes me want to make more videos. We always listen to your opinions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Comment down below and we're always happy to answer. Please subscribe and comment to my channel if you like it and if you want us to convey through our next videos.